learning framework from video tutorials and practicing by creating your very own website is a great learning experience. But one of the most important elements is to learn from greatness, and this is what this video is all about. We're going to break down a website template which is available on Framer for free called the SaaS Website Kit, and we're going to learn how efficient it is to reverse engineer solutions that we like for both design and development. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So the very first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to have a look at the elements and try to basically understand what are the things which we like and that we maybe don't know how to do entirely. So say that I'm wondering how to create this glass effect on the top of this sticky menu, or how to create this smooth animations up and down. Just by looking at the elements under the layers panel, we can start seeing some of these elements connections. So first of all, the type is fixed, so this is going to essentially give us this top level fixed positioning. And if I have a look at the background, it's not really a traditional background in the sense that this is a white but toned down all the way to 0% in opacity. And if I actually go ahead and expect this component, you're going to see that there is a background fill, but there's also applied a background blur. And if you click on it, you can see that essentially this is a simple variable, so name background blur, default, and basically this is a blur applied to it. So the blur, you can essentially add it directly from one of these presets right here. And this is just to give you an idea as to how much you can learn in a very short amount of time by simply analyzing websites. So it's not just about learning from video tutorials and creating websites. Of course, that is going to be a great part of the learning, but trying to reverse engineer what you like is going to have a really great effect. And it's actually something that vastly helped me as a designer when I first started out. What I did is I would go on places like Dribbble and Behance and would try to replicate exactly the design as you see it over there. And the very same principle can be applied to pretty much anything in the creative industry. I mean, even if you think about it, going back in time at the times of Renaissance, when where we had these amazing masters such as Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Caravaggio, and so on. Essentially, what they did is they would learn from nature, in the sense that they would draw and paint from nature, which is the ultimate beauty element, and this is going to help them to get their knowledge to the next level. And similarly, even in this day and age where AI and everything is digital, reverse engineering greatness is the way to go in learning. So even as we hop over here and we select this element, which we no longer, not too long ago, we mentioned how to create this loop animation, which is very subtle but yet so elegant. You can go here and see that an effect has been applied to it. And if I click on that effect, you can see that the type is mirror, and these are all of the loop effects that has been applied to this element right here. So if I need to recreate a similar animation in a project that I'm working with, I can simply leverage this structure and apply it to my project. Now, very similarly, one thing which I highly recommend you to do is to learn the layout and how the pros are using Stacks in their layouts, because at the end of the day, even though Framer is a no-code tool, the way that you're going to use Stacks is essentially mimicking the dynamics that are going to be present on a website, and the code is going to be developed based on the structure. So learning from experts in the way that they structure the layouts is going to really be important and helpful for you to work in a very efficient way, especially when it comes to translating these into tablet and mobile version. So even if you have a look right here, you can see that these logos are moving, and this is an element that we've seen in one of the previous videos. If you recall, this is a ticker, and in fact confirmed by this component. And you might also be wondering, like, why do we have this as a component? Why isn't this just a single ticker? Maybe you realize that they have this sticker element in multiple pages throughout their website, so it makes sense to have a component out of this specific element. You can see all of the options, so you get the gist by now. I won't go through the entire website, but my very best recommendation is to take some time, pause this video and take some time to have a look at a premium or one of the hundreds of free Framer templates that are available on their templates page, and have a look and try to dissect, think about it as being a surgeon, where you need to dissect the anatomy and really understand the nitty-gritty of what is going on from a high level on a website structure. And after that, you can pretty much reverse engineer any single element, interaction, and animation that you find in the most beautiful Framer website, so that you too can become a pro at using this amazing tool.